This is Daily Tech Now, where we cover breaking news in the tech industry every day. In today's news, OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, announces plans for users to customize ChatGPT. Microsoft announces that it will support Windows 11 on Apple's M1 and M2 Macs. YouTube's longtime CEO steps down, and more. OpenAI, a San Francisco-based startup behind ChatGPT, has announced that it is working on an upgrade to its viral chatbot that will allow users to customize it, as it attempts to address concerns about bias in artificial intelligence. The company has already taken steps to mitigate political and other biases, but also wants to accommodate more diverse views. The upgraded ChatGPT will allow for system outputs that some may strongly disagree with, but the company believes that customization is the way forward. The news comes as some media outlets have pointed out that answers from Microsoft's new Bing search engine powered by OpenAI are potentially dangerous and that the technology may not be ready for prime time. Microsoft has announced that it will be supporting Windows 11 on Apple's M1 and M2 powered machines. There are two ways to run Windows 11 on a Mac: using a cloud PC via Windows 365 service, or using Parallel Desktop's version 18, which is authorized for running ARM versions of Windows 11 Pro and Enterprise in a virtual environment on Apple M1 and M2 computers. However, the ARM version of Windows 11 has limitations that restrict users from running various apps, games, and some antivirus solutions. Additionally, applications that require an extra layer of virtualization, such as Windows Subsystem for Android, Windows Sandbox, and Windows Subsystem for Linux are not supported, and games that make use of DirectX 12 or OpenGL 3.3 or higher won't be supported. Parallels is the only virtualization solution officially supported by Microsoft. Boot Camp is not an option because it only supports machines with Intel CPUs. In other news, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki announced in a blog post that she will be stepping back from her leadership role after nearly a decade of running the company in order to focus on her family, health, and personal projects. Wojcicki has been involved with YouTube's parent company Google for nearly 25 years and served as YouTube CEO for 9 years. Neal Mohan, YouTube's current chief product officer, will succeed her as CEO. Wojcicki oversaw YouTube during the rise of social media, but also during a time when online platforms faced scrutiny for spreading misinformation and harmful content. Despite stepping back, Wojcicki will continue to work with some YouTube teams and provide advice to Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Tencent Holdings, the world's largest video game publisher, is abandoning its plan to venture into virtual reality hardware due to a sobering economic outlook that has prompted the Chinese tech giant to cut losses and headcount at its XR unit. Tencent had hired nearly 300 people for the XR unit, which had come up with a concept of a ring-light handheld game controller. However, the difficulty in achieving quick profitability and the large investment needed to produce a competitive product were amongst the factors that prompted Tencent to shift away from that strategy. One of the sources said that XR project was not expected to become profitable until 2022. The sources said that Tencent had advised most of the unit staff to seek other opportunities, confirming a Thursday report from Chinese tech news outlet 36KR. Tencent shares slipped as much as 2.5% after the report. Finally, Bulgarian startup Dronamics has raised $40 million in pre-Series A funding from VCs and angels for its cargo drone airline, which plans to use the flying delivery van model to carry up to 350 kilograms at a distance of up to 2,500 kilometers. The Black Swan model can cross all of Europe in 12 hours using a range between air freight and road freight to create faster, cheaper, and greener middle mile that can expand same-day coverage across a region. Unlike competitors, Dronamics is already licensed to fly, and its cost profile is lower. The investment from the Strategic Development Fund will create a UAE-based joint venture, expanding Dronamics operations to the Middle East and North Africa. This has been your Daily Tech News. Now please subscribe and come back tomorrow for more.